Hi everyone, we are here creekside at Minter Creek, and we are doing our weekly peek to just see what the fish are doing. And so there's a couple of things you might notice that are different from this week compared to last week. So let's flip our camera around. And what you should see is a lot less water and a lot more humans.
Definitely. And for those of you who are tuning in, if you could let us know in the comment section where you're watching from, we'd love to know that. It's certainly pretty cool to see all these people out here fishing for these returning chum salmon, which if I can focus in, you can see some more carcasses than we've seen in previous Friday fish checks.
That means the fish are kind of wrapping up what it is they're doing, or we've had some successful fishermen and women here. You'll notice, I mean, I'm looking out and I see at least 20 people out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoot over.
Along the banks. And our tide is going out right now. So high tide today was a pretty significant high. It was about a 14-foot high, and that was at 10 a.m. So now here in the afternoon, our tide water is receding, which that kind of is a good cue to the salmon to move upstream because they can smell all the fresh water as it goes out. And you might notice that the color of our water has changed a little bit. We're seeing more of those tannins in the water. It's looking more kind of iced tea color, verging on watered down coffee.
Yeah.
And so that also changes kind of the chemistry of the creek a little bit and helps our salmon to pinpoint this precise location.
Yeah, something amazing about salmon is they are hatched in a creek and then they, go out, continue their life cycle in saltwater, head out to the Pacific Ocean, travel thousands of miles, and then they get the cue that it's time to return to the very same home stream that they were hatched from. And I just think that ability to navigate back to their home stream is incredible, thinking, they don't have a GPS. I feel so reliant on my computer to tell me where to go, like recalculating.
Like, how do they navigate back and get here all at the same time? Because that's pretty critical. Like, if you're the first salmon back, that's not great. And if you're the last salmon back, that's not great. But all the rest of them seem to make it up together, which is just remarkable.
Yeah, totally. I wonder, do we want to, there's a lot of people here, and we have our super dream team. Hi, Eli. Hi, Evelyn.
Say hi. Give it a wave.
Hello. Minter Creek is actually what my school's named after.
Oh, that's awesome.
We are locals to this watershed,
like it.
So the water that falls on our property at home might ultimately be ending up here in the creek.
I see a heart ripple.
Ooh, cool.
Nice.
We can see. I see some. A few more carcasses washing down. There's one. Eli, can you see it up against the wall there? You can see one that's kind of snagged a little bit.
I see one over there too.
Yep, there's another big one kind of coming down, somewhat too.
There's a lot of carcasses.
So good prospects for the predators among us, including us humans who are coming here for this rich source of protein. The rest of the carcasses that are here are going to be consumed by our mammal predators and bird predators. So we will see things like otters. We might see things like raccoons kind of hanging out here.
Maybe a bit of nymphs.
Yeah, and then we'll get into the invertebrates too, the bugs and things.
That seagull looks dirty.
We'll use that. There are a lot of seagulls around here. You can hear them.
Yeah, if we
hanging out.
Look across to the other side, we see the Minter Hatchery and those birds.
Yeah, these
waiting.
Looks like there's a couple of juveniles, and those are the ones that are largely kind of brownish, squatchy, and then the white and gray ones are the adults. So they're teaching these youngins the good spots for finding food in the fall.
Yeah, just like maybe some people are here teaching their youngins about good spots to catch salmon. Pretty cute.
Kind of all hanging in there.
Do we want to?
I'm gonna say we can cross and take a look at the other side.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, we're gonna make sure we're safe. Thanks for those of you telling us where you're tuning in from. Matt, welcome to Minter Creek from Bothell. Awesome that we can bring you all the way to the Key Peninsula here.
So we are on the roadway here where the creek is forced to flow through a culvert of sorts, and so it does kind of speed up our the flow of the water here. Ooh, I'm noticing another carcass washing down.
Yeah.
Can you see that over there?
Yeah, we always like to say that salmon are the fish that die for love. Once they spawn, they've used all their energy to pass on their genes, and then they don't live much longer after that. And so we'll see these carcasses in the creek, and those of course will help fertilize the lovely riparian zone that helps keep this water clean and cold and cool.
Yeah, we've got, I'm noticing a couple of mallards. They're behind the tree. They may be hard for you to catch on the camera. But there are a couple of ducks that are taking advantage of this habitat. Ducks are kind of omnivores, and right now they're focusing heavily on the carnivore side of things, where they're able to eat both the eggs as well as the smack carcasses. So.
I wonder if we can move down a little bit. So the seagull seems to be chomping on something tasty.
All right, let's go take a look. All right, kiddos, we're gonna walk this way.
Awesome. Join the salmon party here. I know last week we couldn't walk on this main trail because this little area was completely flooded with water due to the high tide, but it looks like I don't know, we've all got some nice boots on, so we'll carefully navigate through the mud.
Watch me. Try not to
Can I be Evelyn? I want to ride. All right, Eli, I'm gonna follow you. Excellent. Yep, navigating the mud. Carefully. Yeah.
All the way down.
So this water is very cold, so we don't want to fall in for
Nope.
sure.
And we don't get wet.
Yeah, wow, that color of that water is really changed from last week and the week before.
Yeah.
It's fairly
Orange.
clean and clear.
It looks like orange juice. I want to drink it.
All right, there's the two mallards Rachel mentioned earlier.
Why does it look so...
It's like we have two males with the nice bright green heads, bright orange feet, that little blue stripe
I saw two ducks.
hiding behind the
Yeah,
bushes.
we're looking at ducks. They might make their way over here.
Yeah.
They're not too loud.
Yeah, some good kind of salmon viewing etiquette if you want to get out here and take a peek in a creek near you that has salmon returning, is to kind of be quiet. Salmon can see, and so wearing probably not bright blue colors like we are today, that can help
every day.
help you, kind of sneak up on the fish. And of course, you don't want to get too close. You really don't want to disturb them. This is a last part of their life cycle, and it's kind of stressful. So letting them do their thing without interruption is definitely the way to go. We can see
it
these.
looks like our ducks have found
They are
filleted salmon, would be my guess.
lucky ducks.
Spine is often left behind by the fishermen and women here, because they'll just take the fillets home with them. I'm noticing a few more bits of cut up fish coming down the stream too.
That orange of the salmon's flesh is because of the food they eat in the ocean. So salmon head out to the dangerous ocean full of lots of predators to eat delicious krill that then gives them that nice orange coloration.
Oh, you know what? That looks like an egg mass.
It kind of, it could be that.
Yeah, so that looks like eggs that were cut free from a caught fish, because most humans don't really consume the eggs. Some people like to preserve them and use them for bait or for fishing for later use, but they are not immediately edible unless you're a duck. And then
kind of that, I guess that bright orange color. It's pretty good. What do you see?
A lot of ripples, but
A lot of
maybe they're
ripples?
just from their fisher people.
I like our inclusive fisher folks, fisher people.
Yeah,
Way to go.
I know. It's hard when you get so used to just one term, right?
Oh, Mary, thank you so much for your generous donation.
Aw,
We appreciate that.
Those donations really help to keep our programs running and free for everyone. Right now,
Yeah.
of course, we're doing all digital programming, so
All
it's
digital.
usually just Stina and I traveling out to a location. We cannot wait for the time where we can invite the public back. Yeah,
Yeah.
we are.
Do you want to be famous? Excellent. And what did you learn?
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, that's great. Thanks for tuning in.
I was wondering, like, hey, are you going to comment back and say, no, you can definitely
I mean, I'm not going to give
Well,
eating
yeah.
advice, but yeah, I would say those are oysters
My
for sure.
name's Eli.
Yeah.
My name's Zeppelin.
Hi. You guys should have came
It's a
yesterday
team.
and done a video.
Was
my
yes.
dad,
Oh yeah,
you know.
right behind you. Woo! Really? The Friday fish checks. We should make them on Thursdays.
I saw the Hatchery one there.
Stay tuned on this so you know.
That what?
They only said they had one.
Interesting.
Wow.
One.
They did one, they said they had one.
Oh, and you're like,
No, I think that's a mistake.
okay.
I think you should stay tuned to watching this so you know which fish are endangered species and you shouldn't catch.
Well, these ones are all safe to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think.
So you
Thankfully.
know where not to be, what fish not to eat.
Thank you, Eli.
Very
All
smart.
right.
Very smart. All right. So let's see.
It's bad to eat.
Where were we, friends?
We were talking about how donations to our program help to keep them free and provide education to people who can't necessarily get out right now.
There you go.
So
And
thank
like-
you, Mary, for that donation.
That nice gentleman just mentioned, commenting on our videos are very helpful. So it's happy to see that. Sorry that we can't always answer the questions out there that you have, but we do our best to, get to those and make sure that your wonders are satisfied. So we're gonna keep strolling along the creek here.
Oh, good job, Eli. Found a bit of trash.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Eli.
It's one of the best things to recycle. Because it's very easy to just melt and turn back into a
Yeah,
brand new can.
aluminum is infinitely recyclable. You can recycle it over and over and over.
Melt it and mold it back into this thing. Let it dry and fill
Perfect.
with something. Fill it with.
Okay, I'm gonna
strength
tune
of
into your mother,
and
dearest.
Another one.
I think Eli is gonna be a future naturalist with us, Rachel. He already is. Let's be real. Oh, walking carefully.
Stay back from the stream because we don't have our waders on today.
Yeah, I see a nice carcass up on the bank.
Yeah, a lot of times those ones that are pushed higher than where the river's course goes is evidence of predators. So we can sometimes examine those and see, wow, this has been chewed on by a raccoon or a otter or a bear or something. And those animals will be transporting those nutrients away from the creek bed and up into the riparian zone, the area on either side of the stream where the plants are growing. And healthy creeks really rely on having good tree cover and good shrubs to kind of keep everything shaded from the sun during those hot winter or hot summer months, and then provide cover for the returning salmon.
Yeah, and I just love right now we have all the end of fall colors. We've got the last little remaining bright yellow leaves of these big leaf maples, some alders and willows. It just looks so pretty.
Gorgeous. Well,
We have a question from Anna. I'd like to see the rest of it. Ooh, so the fish that are swimming around still have the eggs, and the people are trying to catch them before they do?
yes. So the people are trying to catch what we call kind of bright salmon. So salmon who are have not yet spawned. So both males and females are targeted and caught. Basically whatever they can get to bite. Although it's kind of more of an instinctual method of catching the fish, because the salmon aren't actually eating much at this point in their lives. Their digestive systems have kind of withered away to make room for those eggs and the sperm, so that they can really maximize their reproductive potential. And so they're not they're not hungry as they move upstream, but you can sometimes elicit a response from the fish with the right lure thrown at the right time. So this type of fishing is more about timing than anything else.
Yeah, and a follow-up to that question, I was able to open it some
more. A few more carcasses coming down.
Do folks eat those fish after they've spawned?
No. So once they spawn, they deteriorate very quickly. So a freshly spawned out fish is gonna die usually within a couple of hours, maybe a day or so. But their muscle tissue really starts to degrade, and they're not very delicious. Some people can still kind of smoke that meat, but in general, no, they're not very edible at that point. You want to head them when they still have the urge to fight upstream. Yeah. When they go with the flow is when they're probably done for.
Yeah. Yeah, you just kind of catch these bright spots in the water that are salmon carcasses floating down.
That's good. That's always a good sign. We want to see those fish making their way down.
Yeah. Do we want to keep walking up a little bit?
We can a little bit. There's a lot of
people.
A lot of people up there.
Trying
so
to
I'm a little leery.
keep our COVID distances here.
Looks like folks are having some more success up that way.
Yeah.
People have a few fish caught already.
Yeah, and thanks again for those of you letting us know where you're tuning in from. It's always good for us to have that information for our grant purposes and things like that.
And we've been doing these weekly creek peeks, and we will continue. So next week I'll come out and
we're continuing.
A little after Christmas,
nice,
or after Thanksgiving wrap up.
Excellent.
To try to see, but.
Yeah, and then we also have our Donkey Creek Salmon Tours happening on Saturday. So the next 2 Saturdays, we're kind of taking the tours that we would normally do in person and breaking them into 3 sections. We've done part 1 already, and we'll do part 2 tomorrow at 11. So you can tune in for a virtual peek at Donkey Creek. And then we'll do that again the final Saturday of November to really rock that full salmon tour for you all.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, I think we probably should wrap up now.
Okay, I'm gonna do.
So thank you to everyone who watched this broadcast. Hopefully we had good sound quality for you.
Yeah, we're trying out our mics today.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't flip the camera anymore.
Cool.
But
good old Facebook.
So I'll just look at Rachel and Evelyn. No. It's nap time. Thanks, Eli. Yay! I don't know why I can't. We're gonna look at the creek and
Oh, cool. Do you wanna? No. No.
well, we're stuck on going live, friends. Da 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 da. I don't know what's happening.
All right. Well, you can try the
Get
old
to just
kill your
keep
phone trick or kill the
looking.
app trick.
Yep. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, logging
Bye,
off.
everyone.